It's time, Anaheim. That was our slogan a dozen years ago when we were fighting for district elections here, and then a few years later when we were fighting for a living wage for Disney workers. Both times we were opposed by the establishment and the big money in town, and both times we won. And now almost everyone agrees that it was a good thing we won. Well, now it's time, Anaheim, again, this time for real rent control. Rent control like dozens of California cities have. Cities like LA, San Francisco, San Jose, Pasadena, Santa Monica, Palm Springs, and our friends in Santa Ana. You might say, doesn't California already have rent control? And I would say, not really. The Tenants Protection Act of 2019 was a huge compromise with the apartment lobbyists. It has no enforcement mechanism. It's going to be sunsetting soon, and it allows your rents to be raised each year by the cost of living plus 5%. This means that the landlord gets to increase their profit by 5% each year, increase it on the backs of working people who are already struggling to get by. Nothing against landlords, but we don't think this seems fair or necessary. Some landlords may be good people, some of them may follow the law, although more and more of them are out-of-town corporations that get away with whatever they can. Well, under our new initiative, they'll continue to make their rate of return, but annual rent hikes will be kept at a lot lower based on the cost of living, and we won't have so many people being driven out of town onto the streets or having to choose between rent, food, and medicine for their families. Other important aspects of our initiative are the creation of a renters board here at City Hall to enforce the law. Right now, there's no enforcement unless tenants are able to get themselves an attorney. The board will be able to hear petitions from landlords and tenants alike and make decisions based on particular circumstances. Also, it's a big deal that mobile home park tenants will be covered. At this point, they have no protections at all. It's fitting that we're able to announce this initiative right here on Anaheim Boulevard, which very much is gentrification central. Up and down the street from the 5 to La Palma, we've seen rents double over the 7 years that state law has supposedly been in effect. One notorious way this is done is by rent-eviction. Owners will force the tenant to move out on the pretext that they're doing some kind of improvement or something, and then they'll rent out to someone else for a much higher rent. Rent-evictions. Those won't be allowed anymore. This is an initiative, a movement against gentrification, is one way to look at it. It's also a movement to reduce homelessness, as the number one cause of homelessness is the inability to afford rent. And nobody likes to see folks homeless, especially families. It's even a movement against inflation. Slowing down this one aspect of constantly increasing prices will help with everything. It's even a pro-education movement, as Anaheim schools have been losing state funding due to more and more families being driven out of town by skyrocketing rents. All around, this initiative is not only a no-brainer for folks who pay rent, which is 55% of the town, but we also hope that everybody else who lives and does business here will see the value in it and vote yes in November for our Anaheim rent stabilization, eviction restrictions, and mobile home park closure regulation initiative. It'll be good for all of us, for the whole city. It's time, Anaheim. It's time, Anaheim. Yes, sirree. Okay.